Hey there everyone. Okay, so today we're going to cover another Kinesio strapping technique for the Achilles tendon. Now the Achilles tendon is a really common tendon that's injured. The Achilles tendon attaches to the back of our heel bone. The tendon runs from the back of the heel bone, it comes up here, and about this part here it forms an aponeurosis. This aponeurosis is a common tendon that connects to the soleus muscle and the gastrocnemius muscle. Now the tendon most often is injured in the mid portion. Now when you injure this tendon, if you find that when you're walking around day to day, when you're doing normal day-to-day activities, that it's actually painful, that indicates that it's got too much stress going through it. If you just get the pain during a run, after a run, the next morning, that usually indicates that the tendon is okay to be loaded. But if you're getting pain all the time and it doesn't go away, that indicates the tendon needs rest. Now to rest it, to splint it, we can do various techniques. And the technique we're going to cover today is using the Kinesio tape, which is the stretchy tape. Now it's pretty easy to do. What we're going to do is we're just going to get several pieces. We're going to measure from around about 5 centimeters above the bony knob on the inside of your ankle here. And we're going to measure from there down to just below the heel. And we're going to cut 3 pieces. So I'll cut these pieces first. 1, 2, 3. Now, once you've cut these pieces, you want to round the edges off. This stops the tape from peeling up as easy. 1, 2, okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab these, and about 2 centimeters from the end, we're going to, maybe 3 centimeters, we're going to peel the backing off. Try not to touch the tape itself. So we're going to start on the inside of our calf, and we're going to start around about 5-ish centimeters above that bony knob. So on the inside of the calf, we're going to pat this down, and we're going to pat that down without stretching it. Now I'm going to hold, I'm going to grab this tape, and you'll see that it stretches. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this down to the center of my heel and to the other side of the foot, and we're going to pat this in. Now we get a lot of patients that ask me how they do it themselves, which is why I'm doing it, so I can show you how easy it is. So the first piece goes on an angle to the other side of the foot. Now what you're going to do is take that piece off here, and you're going to pat it down without stretching it. Okay. So the start and finish of the tape have no stretch. The next piece, about 3 centimeters from the end, grab the tape. This time, start on the outside of your leg. We'll pat that down. Now we're going to hold that piece of tape. We're going to grab, we're going to bring it down to the heel, and we're going to bring it to the inside of the foot. So I'm going to fold this back, and you'll notice I'm stretching the tape quite a lot, around about 80 to 100% depending on your injury. Now the last part, we're going to pat down with no stretch. So we're going to put that down there. Now take the outside here and just gently pat this in. And if you've got hairy legs, it is better to shave your legs first. If you use hairspray and you spray your skin, and where you've got tape on tape, the tape will stick better. Now the third piece, same thing, about 3 centimeters from the end. We're going to grab the tape. We're going to put it directly on the back of our calf, right in the middle. We're going to hold. We're going to grab this piece of tape. We're going to fold it all the way down, and we're going to stretch this all the way straight under the center of the foot and the center of the back of the tendon. Okay, rub it in. Now the last part, once again, no stretch to it. You can make these pieces shorter so they finish around about here, but the whole idea behind this is to stop that foot or resist the flexion of the foot, the dorsiflexion. Now once that's on, we want to lock it in place. So we're going to get a few more pieces. So we're going to put 1 piece at the very back, 1 piece on the heel, and we're going to put 1 piece underneath. And they're all going to be about the same, around about about, what do we got here? This is 2-ish squares. That should be enough, 2.5 squares. So we're going to cut 3 pieces. And once again, as long as it's near enough, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. Curl the edges, round them off. Okay, now we're going to get these pieces of tape. The first one we're going to tear in the middle. We're going to fold it back. We're going to take this, we're going to put it directly under the middle of the arch. Now the edges of the tape are going to have no stretch, so around about 2 centimeters. That allows the tape to stick really well. That's number 1. Now number 2, we're going to put on the back of the heel. So tear it in the middle, fold it back, and we're going to stretch it a good 100%, and we're going to put it directly on the back of the heel bone, and we're going to pat that down. Now the edges of the tape, once again, have no stretch. We're going to pat it down. Now the final piece is going to go on the back here. So tear it in the middle, fold it back, give it a good 100% stretch, lock those pieces in, and once again the edges of the tape have no stretch. Okay, so the whole idea behind doing this technique is to stop the foot from dorsiflexing or flexing, so you're creating less tension in the Achilles tendon. So if you've got an acute injury or you're finding it painful to walk around day to day, then you need to be taping it. Give this a go, and that's a fantastic technique for helping to stabilize and splint the Achilles tendon. Cheers.